everyone, and welcome back to Resin with me. I'm Brandy, and today I'm feeling a little classy, a little elegant. So that's what our coasters are gonna be today. So I'm going for like a black and gold theme. I've got lots of different things here for decorating. So I've got, for the base, I want to start off with like a really pale gold or like a pearl color. So I've got some paste and powders over here. But for decoration, I've just got different things pulled out. Not sure yet how I want them to look and how I want to decorate them. I think I'm just going to go along. So I've got this outliner, the Pebeo outliner in gold. I've also got Pebeo Prisme Fantasy, which gives this like crackle effect. I've got some washi tape in black and gold designs. I don't know if I want to use this black glitter because it is holographic, and so you see other colors like purples, blues, greens, and it's very pretty. I just don't know if it's gonna go with this, so we'll see. I've also got some black crushed glass, gold crushed glass, and gold glitter. So they're gonna be very shiny, black and gold. So let's go ahead and get started. I have here mixed up 10 ounces of resin, and I'm not going to fill these up all the way because I'm adding all of this extra stuff. So we're going to start off with some white pigment paste just to get the base color going. I probably didn't need that much, but I took the dropper off of this because it was really hard to squeeze. And so now I just kind of have to pour it in. Alright, so there's the white. And then I've got this pearl powder as well as this yellow gold. So I will probably add just a little bit of the gold and see how it looks. See what more I need to add. So I'm going to try adding some mainspring as well. If I can get it open. Oh, this one's a new one, by the way. This is white. I don't know how to say that word. Okay, it's like chalcedony? I don't know. I think I've gotten a little too cream colored, so I'm going to try adding a little more white dye just to see if I can lighten that up a little bit. Alright, so there's the final color, kind of an off-white. And so we'll go ahead and start to pour it into these molds. Alright, so before I can add all of the extras, all of the glitter and shiny stuff, we do have to let these cure. You can see I added a little bit to the heart in the center too. You know, just why not? So I still have some extra that I will probably use for other stuff, but yeah, we'll let this cure and I will be back when we are ready to start decorating. Alright y'all, so we're back and you can kind of see that I already did one, and that's really because I really had no idea how I wanted to do it, and so I just, you know, I thought I should do a test one and see if I even like it, if I even want to record the rest before, you know, I record the rest. So Yeah, I actually do really like how it looks. And let me bring you in for a close-up on this one. Okay, so here are the two different kinds of washi tape that I used. And then this is that, where is it? That Pebeo Prisme Fantasy liquid that I just brushed on. I did like a pearl, a gold, and a dark one, so I kind of like how those look. Reminds me of like old Italian paintings. And then here I've got some gold glitter and then black and gold crushed glass, and then I did leave some space blank where you can see like the cream pearl color behind. And yeah, I actually really like it. So, oh, and you know, I did my little heart because I had some leftover resin. So, yeah, I will go ahead and do the rest. They're not all gonna look exactly the same. I do want them to have some differences, a little bit of a different design, just all with the general same concept, same materials, just different little designs. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. I mean, the washi tape, it's, you know, it's straight tape, so there's not a lot of difference that I can do with the washi tape. But, you know, as far as the extra stuff, the glitters, the crushed glass, the Prisme, that's all what I'm going to do differently. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I've got my washi tape here. This is the little arrow one, and I do have an X-Acto knife for this. I think you probably could use like a small pair of scissors as well. And I'm just putting it directly onto the cured resin. And then I'm going around the edge, but I'm trying to be really careful that I'm not cutting into my mold because I don't want to do that. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm as close to the edge as I can be for the resin. And it's fine if it's not, let me see if I can zoom you in and show you. So there's like a little bit of space right there. It's not exactly on the edge, and that's okay because we are gonna go back and add some, an edging to this, a gold edging, so that's okay. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add my washi tape to all of these, and I'll meet you back once that's finished. Alright, so washi tape is on. You can see I did, you know, different placements of it, different space between the two different patterns. So yeah, again, we're going for a collection, not necessarily replication. So the next step is to go in with the Pebeo outliner, and I'm still getting used to working with it a little bit. I haven't worked with it very much, so, and I do have shaky hands, I'll admit. So I just go, I do an outline of the edge of the washi tape, and then I do kind of like a squiggly line just throughout, so that that's where I can start to add my glitters, the crushed glass, the Prisme liquid. So that's just what I'm going to do, is go in, I'm going to outline the washi tape with the outliner, and then add in my squiggle lines. And there's no rhyme or reason to where I place my squiggle lines. It's just kind of, you know, place them wherever your heart tells you to place them. so there's our outliner. Just, you know, went in random spots and drew my squiggles, and so it does need to set for a few hours because I'm really wanting it to act like a barrier. So you can see on this one, in each kind of space, I went in with something. Here's glitter, crushed glass glitter, the Prisme liquid. So I want it to act as a barrier, which means that it does need to be pretty set. And that does take a couple of hours, so we'll leave it for now, let that set up, and then when we come back, that's when we can add all of our shiny extras. So I'll see you then. All right, so the outliner has had time to set up, so it's pretty stiff now, and I feel good that I can go ahead and start adding all of, you know, the colors, the crystals and stuff. So I have the Pebeo Prisme Fantasy, so you do have to shake it up. And you don't have to mix it with anything. You just dab your brush in there and directly apply it onto whatever you are decorating. Alright, so I've got the first two colors applied, which are the pearl color. I don't know the exact name of it. Let me see. Eggshell white and antique gold. So I do like to put on kind of a thicker layer because I feel like if you put on a thin layer, it's just a little bit too transparent for my liking. And this way I can also kind of blend them together. Alright, so there's the Prisme Fantasy for one, and then the next step would be the gold glitter. And I'm going to mix that with the DuraClear Satin Varnish. I don't know if you actually need to shake it. Oh yes, shake gently. Okay, then yes, shake it. So I'm done mixing the glitter with the varnish, and the texture that I'm going for is really, I want it to run a little bit so that I can spread it, but I don't want it to be so runny that I can't control the placement, where as soon as I pick it up, it's just falling off of the brush, because then I'm going to have a difficult time spreading it and placing it onto the coaster. So somewhere in between. And I'm just going to figure out where I want to place it. Alright, so glitter is done on this one. And I think I'll go ahead and just do the glitter on all of them. Also, I'm looking at the Prisme, and this one is a little bit darker. So for this one that I did first, I think I probably will go in with another layer of it, because, you know, once it's thicker, you really start to see that crackle effect. So that's what I want to come through in the final design. So I will go back on this one and just put another layer on there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the glitter. Alright, so glitter's done. And we'll go ahead and finish off with the Pebeo. Again, I'm just brushing it on there. Pebeo Prisme Fantasy liquid is done. And so really the last thing is going to be the crushed glass that I need to add onto these three. And all I'm going to do is just mix crushed glass again with the varnish and place that into the sections that I have already kind of thought I want to put them in. I do mix the gold and the black with the DuraClear separately. I like this distinction between the gold and the black and just kind of mixing them a little bit in the center. So that's what I will go ahead and do now. Alright, so we're all finished up with the crushed glass now. If I felt like the glass was starting to stick to the brush instead of the coaster, I went ahead and just added a little bit of the varnish directly onto the crushed glass that was actually on the coaster, just so that it had something to stick to, since the resin, it's not tacky, it's completely dry. So I think that's why it was having trouble sticking a couple of times. But yeah, so now we just need to let this all set up. You know, we need the varnish to dry, the glitter, everything to dry, and then we'll come back to put on our top coat and just see the final product. But yeah, I think they're looking pretty nice actually. So yeah, I'm excited to see them come out of the mold and add our gold edging. Alright, so apparently I did not record myself putting the top coat on or doing the trimming, so I apologize, but I still wanted to show you all what the final coasters looked like, and this is them with the top coat, gold edging, and I think they're absolutely stunning, beautiful. I'm very happy with how these turned out, and I definitely want to make some more in some other colors. So be on the lookout for that in some of my future videos. But yeah, for now, I will let y'all go, and I hope that you will come resin with me next time. Have a great day, y'all.